Welcome back. My name is Don Winfield, and the little puppy dog is Graham. And thank you so much for visiting our first World Peace video newsletter. Remember the picture above. We'll tell you why a little later. We are living in our worlds at war. Now imagine that we have the power to create peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all without fighting wars, violence, or politics. You, me, us? Well, consider this revelation from Tom Peters, New York Times best-selling author, and Professors Robert and Michelle Root Bernstein, authors and creativity researchers about creating change. Great innovations are created by the wrong person or group, with the wrong to no credentials, with the wrong background, frequently for the wrong reasons, with little to no credibility, who are woefully underfunded, do things by accident, ask questions, keep asking questions while taking action until they revolutionize what's possible. The wrong person is the source of almost all innovation and human progress. So hey, are we the wrong person or not? We're here to create peace, love, health, healing, freedom for all, and all of the blessings that follow. And who in their right mind would believe we're qualified? Do we dare to do it anyway? We may get ignored, insulted, or snickered at by those who still believe in centrally planned and controlled economies, bureaucrats, politicians, monopolies, and cartels, which have destroyed the lives, opportunities, innovations, and abundance of folks like you and I. The ruling elite and their monopolies have sucked our blood throughout our entire lifetimes until we die slow, expensive deaths that create more profits for their monopolies. Then legal vultures, probate, death taxes, and funerals. And by the way, funerals today cost more than a new car. Vacuum up the rest. They want to make certain that our children and their children are bound in debt and not freed by inheritance. You and I and our networks, plus individual freedom, have the power to change the world for the better by freeing the source of all innovation and abundance. That's you and me with freedom for everyone. Our methods may surprise you. Individual freedom provides answers where none exist. Individual freedom provides answers where experts are afraid to look. Individual freedom provides innovations that put entire industries out of business. Individual freedom provides innovations that destroys the royal powers of monopolies, cartels, and political elites. This video is about the do-it-yourself tools we found that were just sitting around waiting to be used. We'll explore 3 in this newsletter. We'll peek at 3 more at the end and mention 1 more we don't have space for here. Now, let's help each other discover ways to help and heal ourselves, our loved ones, and our worlds. The purpose of innovation is to create better, simpler, more effective, faster, and less expensive solutions. Politicians want the opposite to protect monopoly powers. They use wars, violence, and police states to control everyone but themselves. Politicians promise peace, but they promote war, violence, police states, monopoly, and tyranny. So we must innovate. That's why our first method to transform violence to peace is the power of music. Music has the power to reach across borders and into people's hearts and heads. Remember Woodstock? It was promoted as 3 days of peace and music. And today, Vietnam is one of the 11 countries in the world not involved in a war of some kind. More on how many countries are at war later. Music opens doors. There is solid evidence that we can add the blessings of technology, love, and freedom for all to music to create change. We can create what is called morphic resonance, quantum entanglement, and tipping points, and more. Help us help and heal each other to create peace, love, and freedom for all in a world at war. Of the 162 countries covered by the Institute for Economics and Peace's latest study, just 11 were not involved in conflict of one kind or another. Only 11 out of 162. So are politicians the solution or the source of war? Should we wait on the political elite who profit and promote wars, or create peace ourselves? Let's do what they won't. War profiteers need fear, hate, and demonization to manipulate people to go to war and kill people who are mostly, but not exactly, just like us. Our ruling elites use propaganda to create fear and hate to convince everyone that anyone not in their group is evil. The 1% promote fear, hate, violence, and endless war. Music has magic to touch our emotions and open channels of communication and healing. When we heal each other's stress, fear, and hate, our rulers can't manipulate. Science can guide us and technology can supply us outreach tools to the world. Science provides amazing powers that we are just learning how to tap. On our website, you can watch a 3-inch tumor evaporate in 2 minutes, 40 seconds. The tumor is healed by people sending healing energy to a woman with a 3-inch tumor. The hospital had virtually no money. They, like us, had to discover a different path. And I don't know how to pronounce this properly. I'm just going to call it, as they did, the center. The center used Qilel Qigong, also called Jinang Qigong, and provided successes for 180 diseases. They used healing energy treatments for patients. Select the energy healing category at worldhealingcircles.com for more information about energy healing technologies in this hospital. The overall success rate they had was 94.96%. No drugs, no surgeries, no radiation, and no corporate profits from managing sickness and death. Just the healing energy of the practitioners and students, like you and me, trained to heal each other using Qilel Qigong. Today's chemical medicine monopolies and cartels can't come close to doing the same. Mainstream medical has a hard time beating placebo. We have healing powers to heal each other's minds, bodies, and emotions. So let's use them. So our second method uses energy healing technologies to help and heal each other. So in addition to healing fear with hate and the stress they generate, we can stimulate the additional healing abilities of ourselves and others. People who are helping each other do not respond easily to the cattle prods of fear and hate that the elite use to manipulate. Join with others like yourself who are sick of war, violence, fear, and hate, and are ready to participate in peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Follow simple video, audio, or text instructions to use simple and effective energy healing technologies. Let's tap into our powers to help each other instead of focusing on war, violence, fear, and hate. You help when you listen to peace and freedom music. Follow online meditations, share breathing exercise, share healing energy. You can follow energy healing instructions online or download them, and you can do them anywhere, anytime, and help us all and heal each other and our worlds. So join today. When we help and heal each other, we build bridges. Fear and hate evaporate as we help each other. We open doors. We create respect. We lay the foundation for voluntary relations and the right to be left alone instead of forced to support wars. We develop tolerance for the customs and choices of others. We can add our natural healing ability to music to join together to heal our fear and hate as we create and enlarge a morphic field for peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. The 1% master manipulators lose power as we begin to help and heal each other. As we remove the thorn of hate and lures of power, we can begin to tolerate our differences. We choose tolerance instead of war, violence, fear, and hate. The 1%, their political lapdogs and mass media, hate tolerance. So here's what we do. We share music about peace, love, and freedom for all. We use power of intention to add a little love to our music. We link, we like, we share. WorldHealingCircles.com and other select sites for peace and freedom music. We listen online for free, or we can buy downloadable music or CDs. The Chinese government refused to renew authorization for the center, and it shut down in 2001. The hospital's former patients and practitioners continue the work in other parts of the world today. Our World Healing Circle site will be providing online training seminars and links to hundreds of different energy healing technologies practiced around the globe. Ask yourself, how likely are people to fear and hate each other who are working together to heal each other? Let's explore and teach how we can use natural energy healing technology to create world peace and heal each other. Where people are helping each other, the rulers lose power to create fear and hate. You and I in our networks are today's thought leaders to create world peace with freedom for all. Energy healing is another choice of many choices that we can choose to use to help us help each other. A missing ingredient for lasting peace is freedom for all. There is no perfect world that will be created by one world government with all the guns. One government with all the guns would create tyranny with little hope of escape. It would create the 1% elite's lunatic dreams of a wonderful world, with you and I as slaves, if we're allowed to live at all. Freedom is always the best answer because it provides freedom to say no. One of the reasons soldiers and police just follow orders is the fear of saying no when saying no is illegal or punishable. We need freedom for all to refuse to serve evil. WHC will teach how and why individual freedom works without everyone needing to agree. It makes no difference whether tyrants are well-meaning, arrogant, ignorant, and accidentally evil, or simply evil. For peace and freedom, we must have the right to say no. Lack of freedom is the essence of tyranny, and the destruction of tyranny for all always, always, always leads to the worst of evils. The only way to protect our individual rights and freedoms, the source of abundance, harmony, unfettered opportunity, health, morality, and justice, is to protect the individual rights and freedoms of those we neither like nor approve of. There is no other way. Love and tolerance. If we are working with others to heal each other, we increase our tolerance for the different choices of others. We don't have to live their way. They don't have to live ours. Freedom for all, tolerance, music, energy healing for each other all help us to get along. Through love and tolerance, you and I, let's agree to protect the individual rights and freedoms of those we neither like nor approve of. Freedom is just another word for tolerance. Tolerance means tolerance even for intolerance. It's time to choose the path without politics and politicians. Freedom for all. Love and freedom have many names. Love means forgiveness, gratitude, peace, friendship, respect, tolerance, charity, and freedom. Freedom means unfettered opportunity for all, responsibility, innovation, progress, peace, charity, health, abundance, no more tyrants, no more slaves, no more borders, no more wars. This photo helps link us together to our morphic fields that we are creating for peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Remember it. The power of music plus the science of morphic fields. In the 1920s, biologists began to explain how identical cells know how to grow into different parts of plants, animals, and people. They called their explanations morphic fields. The chemicals in our arms and legs are the same, yet arms and legs are different. Every cell in our body has the exact same genes and DNA, yet grow into different organs. Information and instruction from somewhere else, perhaps morphic fields, tell the cells what they are supposed to do. See a 3-minute introductory video with Dr. Rupert Sheldrake. Discover how morphic fields assist our cells in learning processes. And also you want to see our videos with Dr. Bruce Lipton. Then explore morphic fields in depth in video number 2. We can use what we learn to create peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Go to worldhealingcircles.com/morphic-fields. Morphic is spelled MORPHIC-fields, or just go to the webpage and look up in our header for morphic fields. Get on our mailing list. Our Our emails will help you get started with a tour of the site, our video newsletter, events, training special, news of innovations, discoveries, and interesting investigations. Chemists create new liquids by combining chemicals. But did you know that the liquids sometimes begin to form small amounts of crystals? After chemists crystallize a new chemical for the very first time, it becomes easier and easier to form new crystals in labs all over the world. New crystals begin to replace older forms of crystals, and no one can make the old crystal forms anymore. Now, what does that mean if we're creating a morphic field for peace, love, freedom for all? Can we replace the forms of hate and fear and war so that they can never be made again? When rats at Harvard first learned how to escape from a new kind of water maze, the next generations learned to run the maze even faster. Then rats in Melbourne, Australia, faced with the same maze, learned just as fast. Once the smartest rats learned to run the maze with only 6 mistakes, the dumbest rats could run with only 6 mistakes and then improved. Information somehow is contagious. We can create newer and better morphic fields that promote peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. And other people will find it easier to learn about peace, love, health, healing, and freedom on other continents and in other cultures. If we heal our own fear and hate, other people will find it easier to heal their fear and hate. And the manipulators lose their powers to manipulate. Let's use the power of music to strengthen a new morphic field of peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Let's displace existing morphic fields that are for war, violence, and tyranny until they disappear. Let's choose a better path. Let's let the change begin with us. Let's use music to create quantum entanglement with each other. Let's strengthen our choice for a world with peace, love, and freedom for all. We have a weird and wonderful ability to link to each other, to help and heal each other, to make it easier to heal the hearts and minds of everyone. What does quantum entanglement have to do with peace, love, and freedom for all? Well, the U.S. Department of Defense took cells from a volunteer's mouth. They connected the cells, which were in a test tube, and the volunteer to sensitive equipment to show changes in skin resistance using EEGs, EKGs, and other measuring equipment to monitor electrical activity. DoD showed scenes from movies to the volunteer, not to the cells, to create sadness, loving feelings, anger, peace, or laughter. And the cells separated from the body acted the same way at the same time as the rest of the body. It gets stranger. The cells still acted like they were connected to the body even when separated by 50 miles, even 5 days later. Even in Faraday cages designed to block any forms of communication. Therefore, we have an ability to link that cannot be blocked. Dr. Glenn Rain is owner and director of Quantum Biology Research Labs, which runs lab tests on many curious effects. Dr. Rain told me what NASA did with a similar experiment. NASA could track the physical responses of astronauts from the ground while the astronauts were in orbit. NASA monitored cells that were scraped from their mouths before blastoff. The U.S. Department of Defense also discovered that virtual strangers, like you and me, could meet and interact for a few minutes. EEG diagnostics showed that when a pin light was shined in the eyes of one subject, the brain activity was the same in the brain of the other subject. Even though they were in different rooms inside Faraday cages which blocked known forms of communication, their brains remained in tune. Maze-swimming rats in Australia learned from morphic fields created by the maze-swimming rats at Harvard. They were never on the same continent. They didn't attend rat maze swimming let me get that, try that again. They didn't attend rat maze running seminars and didn't read rat running maze books. Yet new abilities were shared without contact, and they learned faster and more easily. Our worlds are stranger than we realize, and we have more power than we think. So let's join loving thoughts to support the health and healing of each other through quantum entanglement. What do we have to lose and what do we have to gain? Anyone can help us help and heal each other through our website without paying a penny. Like us and share us. Those who want to help us grow faster and end war sooner, become a member. It costs 7.4 cents per day for a limited time. That's an annual payment of $27. Continued support after that is optional. Click any Join Now, select, or any button of your choice. Visit the Meditation Peace Project pages on our site. Transcendental meditators gathered thousands to meditate on peace. The environment where they meditated had levels of violence decreased dramatically, including countries at war. This is one of the areas we don't have time to go into now, but you can find more on our site. They succeeded in 49 different cities, 2 wars, and their results were published in 23 peer-reviewed scientific journals documenting their success. Based on research from the Meditation Peace Project, we need 8,000 meditators meditating on peace 24 hours a day. Energy healing technologies outperform meditation, generally in less time with almost no training. Therefore, we can get as many participants as it takes to our site for 27 seconds or more. Probably that's 192,000 people per day, divided amongst the different hours of the day. On a planet of 7 billion people, we can do that. Woodstock had over 400,000 people, and they had to gather physically. We have the internet, other organizations, and our social networks that we can use to reach the world. With your help, this isn't just doable, it's easy. Help us create more and more links to more and more people, because we are creating something that can't be broken, shut down, or censored. We are energetic beings, and we broadcast energy fields from our hearts and minds. We are a source of good EMF. Now, not all EMF is bad, and we'll explore our power to transfer bad EMF to good EMF and more in other videos. But right now, start with our music videos today, here, now. Go to the link at the top of the page that says Create World Peace. You'll find that at the top of every page of our website at worldhealingcircles.com. May you live long, free, and blessed. This is Don Winfield, founder for worldhealingcircles.com. P.S. In future WHC World Peace video newsletters, we'll explore 3 ways to create world peace. 1. The man who stood in front of the tanks in Tiananmen Square on June 5, 1989, is a hero to me. But the tank crew who decided not to continue the killing that happened the night before on June 4th are heroes too. The death toll from June 4 was in the hundreds of thousands. In the hundreds to thousands. We don't know who may be in a position to change our worlds to help loosen the reins of tyranny. Sometimes help just happens. Perhaps as our morphic field for peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all grows, more and more people, even the servants of empire, will turn from the darkness to choose freedom for all. 2. The wisdom of crowds. New York Times best-selling author James Surowiecki documents the almost incredible problem-solving ability of the wisdom of crowds with freedom of choice. Right now, let's provide a quick story about the jelly bean. This is the jelly bean story. This is true and well documented. Take a large jar and fill it with jelly beans, marbles, or gumballs. Ask 30 people or more how many jelly beans are in the jar. Some people will guess wildly high. Others will guess way low. Add all of their guesses together and divide by the number of guesses. Results will almost always be amazingly accurate and better than the closest guess. Frequently, it will be the exact number. Go to our website, worldhealingcircles.com/wisdom of crowds. It's under the site, if you go to the top of the page, under the link that says Telescope. This method of averaging guesses from diverse groups of people has been used to find a lost submarine and to provide many other solutions with incredible accuracy. We don't know all the best answers yet, but we can tap into the wisdom of our crowds to discover better ways to heal each other, create lasting peace and freedom for all. 3. We live in oceans of EMF. EMF radiation from cell phones, towers, and other sources have negative consequences on our minds, bodies, and energy fields. Yet we can transform bad EMF to good EMF. Not all EMF is bad. Beneficial forms of EMF radiation come from the sun, our hearts, our minds, and love. Help us help each other. Like us, share, and comment for peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Share us with your social networks. Participate in some way each day. Each day, I refuse to read any email until I have listened to a song for peace and freedom. I'm also beginning to do an energy healing technology technique for myself before I read email as well. And it works great. And let's face it, email's a bad habit anyway. Click on Create World Peace. Let me try that again. Click on Create World Peace Today at the top of any page in the header for drop-down links to freedom and peace creating music. You can also choose online meditations, energy healing links, or breathing links. These are all choices that will help us link together. There will be more choices in future as we explore and experiment. Once again, be sure to remember this image. By the way, you can always find this image again by going to our website. Get your membership for 7.4 cents per day to promote peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Receive 3 collectible EMF protecting, quantum entangling, and world healing circles member cards. Let's grow a morphic field for peace, love, health, healing, and freedom for all. Join now to participate in solutions to fear, hate, wars, violence, and tyranny. Help us reach a worldwide tipping point. Like us and join in. Help us help and heal each other. On our website, click any Join Now button. May you live long, free, and blessed. This is Don Winfield and Graham the Puppy Dog for WorldHealingCircles.com. And thank you so much for watching our video.